Hey, 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 it is Lily on the go. What is going on, my people? Where are my people? Where are my people? Well, thank you for those who are still subscribed. I know that these 40 days of Staircase Chronicle, it's not that bright anymore, has been a little bit of a pain, but still sticking through it. We're almost done. We're about day 25. Okay, we're 15 days away? We got this. Literally, I've been telling myself, I got this, I got this, I got this, because work today was trying to eat me alive. But before I do step out, I have just lip gloss, and my eye dryness that I have. I am attempting to put some, I didn't put too much, but just so I can give my eye a little something, a little mysterious. Not really, not anymore anyways. But yeah, let me just tell you about yesterday. Yesterday was one of those days I ended my day. I was in my bed and I realized the world is filled with terrible people. I can't say terrible people because people are people and God made everybody special. So maybe some of them are just not as special. Let's say that. Maybe they're just not as special. But yeah, I was going to work and I walked into Walmart. My sister was on the phone. I went to go pick up something. I'm walking in, and you know how some Walmarts have one big old entrance so people go in and out, and sometimes they will have somebody checking receipts on out. This particular Walmart was completely separated, like a complete different not entrance, but it was one section to enter and then like a wall and everything and a different exit, right? Okay, I hope you're following along. But I'm walking in and I have my sister on my phone, a speaker. And as I'm walking in, I see a guy was coming through the door that's supposed to be for exit. And the problem is with this Walmart, they don't have those regular doors you open. I guess it stays open, right? So anyway, I see him and I'm looking at him because, I like to keep an eye out for what's around and people that are coming around. And of course, so I'm seeing him coming with a cart full of 4 Gain detergent, the big ones, and maybe 3 trays of steak and some other little things. But I'm looking at him and the way he's looking, it's he's walking, but you could see his body is forward, but his eyes was kind of scoping. So I was just okay. And then I see him kind of speedily walking out the door that I just came in. And I'm in my mind, am I witnessing a crime? And I'm telling my sister, did he just walk away with groceries through the entrance and nobody's here? And my sister's well, why don't you throw something of yours in there? I'm I just walked in. She, trying to be funny. But I was just oh my gosh. Legit, no shame, no question. Not 1 or 2 items. Hey, I didn't pay for this. The whole cart of 4 Gaines detergents. Now, he looked like he needed to use it. Or maybe he's going to sell it. I don't know. I was just okay. So I was just yeah, let me get what I need to get and get the heck up out of there. Because I know Walmart is Walmart. But all grocery stores have, people who take little things. But to take a whole cart full, that really blew my mind. And then when I went to work later, I had, a run-in with some people. And it wasn't even a run-in. It was just realizing that sometimes people just take things that are supposed to be fun and enjoyable and to for granted. It's just let's live, let's be good humans, let's be happy. Life is short, let's just be human. Let's be God's people, God's creation. Be nice to each other. Even if you can't be good to yourself, be good to others at least. But let me tell you, people were truly out here. Let's just say people are truly out here being themselves. And yeah. So, and then of course, work today was a little crazy, but it's just gosh, I have a plan to be a good human. You know what I mean? At least do things that are not criminal. And I was discussing it with my colleague, and she's like, well, times are hard. I'm like, I understand times are hard. You take a thing, you take one or two. I mean, hey, you bought 5, hey, charge 4. You gotta, if you feel the need to do it, okay. But if you are gonna take a whole cart out the store and then walk out, and here's the funny thing out of this whole story. As I'm finished checking out and I'm looking around, like, I'm like, I'm gonna just go my butt to work. And I'm walking out and I see this Walmart employee, like kind of in this path where like the entrance is. And then it's like she's looking around. I was like, are you looking for the guy? She was like, oh yeah, other people saw him taking stuff. I was like, oh, so it's kind of like, wow. And to me, I'm sure he didn't look like I don't know, maybe he had a car he was getting into. But if they specifically had someone at the door like they usually do, maybe a whole cart full of stuff wouldn't have been taken. But I said that I feel bad. Well, I do feel bad for Walmart and then for other people too, because everybody does do what's humanly right, or what's not a crime. And we don't just take a whole cart full of stuff. Maybe I'm just stuck on this whole cart full of stuff. So I just wanted to share this just really interesting story, because I don't think I've ever witnessed like a deliberate attempt to just steal a whole bunch of stuff in your face. And I've seen videos of people stuffing clothes under their clothes. Yeah. But anywho, I'm going to go enjoy my meal. And yeah, that's what I'm going to go do. And then finish up some work. Tomorrow is Saturday. I am off Saturday and Sunday. So I am going to try to get some other personal work done. But yeah, I still haven't untwisted my hair. I don't know if I want to. Maybe I'll leave it for Sunday. But tomorrow's going to be... Oh, look at that. Tomorrow's going to be a stay-at-home day. That's why I am planning to go eat now, finish work, go to work, and then tomorrow will be a whole nother day. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate those who are just maybe passing by, and I make sure I title it Staircase Chronicle for those who want to pass by it. That is perfectly fine. Today, I also wanted to incorporate the solo thing that I mentioned, just doing a couple solo activities, which I do solo activities because I am a solo person right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and go enjoy. One of them is taking myself out to the meal. Yes.